Do you believe that music can become cursed? Well, according to the band Mars Volta and many of their fans, it absolutely can. If you don't know, Mars Volta is a progressive rock band from El Paso, Texas. They've been making music since 2001, but something sinister happened during the recording of their 2008 album entitled Bedlam and Goliath. In 2006, while touring Jerusalem, the band decided to purchase a ouija board from a random curio shop. They named the board the Soothsayer. And upon first playing with the board, they discovered that there was this weird poem attached to the back of it. They couldn't read it because it was in like Hebrew or Latin or a combination, something like that. So they actually hired a translator, but the translator, once he looked at it, gave them their money back and said to never talk to him again. So they hired a second translator, and this translator was able to tell them kind of what it said, and it was like this nursery rhyme that was actually about something called honor killings. Now, I'm not sure about y'all, but I was not familiar with the term honor killings, so I went ahead and looked it up, and I found that honor killing is the murder of a girl or a woman by her own family or community members who disapprove of their sexual behavior, whether it was forced or not. And the idea is that upon killing the woman, it will restore honor to the family and the community. Anyways, they forget all about the weird poem and they start using the board regularly as their after-show ritual in their tour bus. And thus started the inspiration for the makings of their new album. As they continued to play with the board, they found out that the entity that they were speaking to was named Goliath, and Goliath was a schizophrenic version of 3 different people: a male spirit, a female spirit, and the female spirit's mother. Goliath would tell all these crazy stories, and it just kept coming every time they used the board. So like the band was like, oh my God, we have to write these down and we're gonna use all of this for our album because it's just like, it's so good, such good content. But then things started to get kind of weird. The more the band used the Soothsayer board and talked to Goliath, the more he would reveal more parts of his like weird fucked up story. But also he would start to ask for things in return. And at first they were like really innocuous things, but eventually it got to the point where Goliath was asking the band members to use them as human vessels. The band started to get increasingly more paranoid after this because they're like, this entity is definitely trying to curse us or something, and it would only get worse from there because a lot of crazy events started happening as well. When they went to record this new album, it was, to put it lightly, complete chaos. There was a bunch of equipment malfunctions, the drummer quit the band, other members were diagnosed with illnesses or being injured and requiring surgery. Their engineer had a mental breakdown and leaves the project. And the last thing that happened, which is maybe the worst, is that their music studio completely and randomly floods and everything is destroyed, and several audio tracks mysteriously disappear on the computer right in front of their eyes. So of course they did what anybody would do, and they wrapped the Soothsayer in some cloth and buried it somewhere. I guess they thought that this would stop the curse or whatever. They were like, we're gonna finish the album. Once we finish the album and we bury this freaking thing, like, we're not gonna be cursed anymore. So after some time, the album was officially completed and was released in January of 2008, and it was called The Bedlam in Goliath. That being said, there's a bunch of people who allegedly are really scared to listen to this album. They think if you listen to it, you're also gonna get cursed and you're gonna be like attacked by this demonic entity, Goliath, and it's gonna ruin your life. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I fully believe that whatever happened to this band while they were messing with this Ouija board and this entity Goliath, I believe them, honestly, but I don't believe that if you listen to this album, you then will become cursed, like the curse of Goliath. I don't know, that to me doesn't make sense, but I fully believe that they're telling the truth, what happened to them, and that it was probably a freaking mess. So, but what do you think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.